to Deadly Dames. So today I'm doing my autograph collection part 2. So the one that I'm doing today is actually the collection of sort of DVDs, books, music that were autographed. I'm looking to decide just to see how much of a pile that I've got because I don't want it to be as long as the last video that I did. I'll start with music. So the first thing that I've got, sorry if there's a reflection in these, I didn't take everything out of the sleeves. I got signed this year. This is the first one. So it's a Dawn of the Dead CD that I got signed by Claudio Simonetti. I always say this guy's name wrong, so I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Very, very talented man. I got this signed at HorrorCon in Sheffield, which is now changing its name to something wicked, just here. And yes, just as I thought it would reflect light, so just signed at the corner here. I absolutely love this soundtrack. I'm glad that this is the one I picked. I wish sometimes that I had more money because then I could buy more stuff, but I'm sure everybody feels the same because he had so many things there. But unfortunately when you go to these things and you aren't loaded, you've kind of got to be selective in what you pick and sort of pick a few different things and sort of go for the thing. I don't know what I'm trying to say, sorry. Be selective is what I'm trying to say in what you pick. So this is the one I went for. To the side. And then the other one I've got here, I got at Edinburgh HorrorCon, and I know that's a sore subject now with people, but I'm glad that I got this, and it's from Tom Mack, and it's the Lost Boys musical, which is about to launch, I think, in London. And again, absolutely love this soundtrack. He's wrote on it, To Mandy, You Rock, Little Sister, just there. And again, absolutely amazing soundtrack. He's actually on our Facebook page. So is Claudio. So you can actually contact both of them, and you can contact him. He will give you a link on how to buy this soundtrack. Highly recommend that you do because it is worth it. It's an amazing soundtrack. The other one that I've got here, I got at a gig in 2016. It's so funny actually. This is the only gig that I've ever been to in my life where the lead singer jumped into the crowd. I've never been to a gig like that in my life. This is one of my favourite bands. My other favourite band is 9 Inch Nails, and at the end of this I will pause and go and show you the poster that I've got that's signed because I never in a million years would have thought I would get that. But yeah, as I said, this is the only gig I've ever been to in my life, and it was quite a small gig, quite a intimate, I'll use the word intimate, quite an intimate gig. And the lead singer jumped into the audience and started signing things, and it was Jerry only, so it's giving away the band, it's Misfits. And Claire basically ran down, because she's taller than me, ran down and with this vinyl and stuck it over some poor girl's head to get it signed. I didn't know that Misfits originally did a song for the movie Land of the Dead. It didn't end up getting used in the film, but they did release the vinyl of it, and it's Twilight of the Dead it's called. It's actually quite a good song. I don't think it would have fitted with the movie, but I'm glad that they did release it because I enjoy it. And this is the vinyl here, and there's a signature there that Jerry only signed, but Claire really did just stick it over some poor girl's face to get it signed. But as I said, it's the only gig I've ever been to in my life where the lead singer jumped into the audience and started signing things. I absolutely love this. I believe they are touring again this year. I don't know if I've missed it. But I would definitely go see Misfits again. They are one of my favourite bands ever. I love Misfits and 9 Inch Nails, as I said, and Rob Zombie. That's the other gig that I've been to see where it was just so energetic and amazing. Never got anything signed at that, but I do have his autograph, which will come up. But yeah, absolutely love this. I'll just put that one down on the floor so it doesn't fall. That's my only signed vinyl, but I'm glad to have it. Moving on, one signed VHS. I got this year direct from the director. This guy is on our Facebook page as well. I highly recommend that you contact him. His name is Greg DeLisso. It's from, he released this from Trauma. This movie is so funny. If you like trauma films, I do recommend that you contact him because this movie is really, really funny, and it's Hectic Knife. I don't know if he still got the deal with this because it was highly limited. I've got 87 out of 100, so you can see it there. And I think this is the only one that comes with like an extra feature at the beginning. I've actually not watched this yet because I still need to link up my VHS. I can take the VHS in and out to watch it, but I've got very little room on my TV stand here because it's got like the Wii and it's got the Retron 5 and the DVD player because it's the multi-region one and stuff fits there, so I don't have room, but eventually I will actually set up the VHS so it's always here. But yeah, I'm really glad to have this. And it's signed by Greg down here. I think it's got, no, the DVD's got another signature on it. And then, I love this. I've had this for years. It's my Book of the Dead. I know a lot of people had problems with this actually rotting. I've never ever had an issue with it. I know there is another Book of the Dead, which is the part 2. I think that was only in America that was released. I've only got the book 1, but I'm happy with that. I was very, very lucky and I got to meet Bruce Campbell this year, one of my all-time heroes. At his book convention, I do have his books there as well, which I'll show you. And basically your option was you could either get him to personalise the book or sign another 2 items. I didn't know that at the time. They actually told us at the beginning of it that you could have both. So I thought we were going to get both things. I thought we were going to get a personalised book and the 2 items signed, which I would have obviously loved. But we'd already taken these, so we decided just to get the books and this. I would have loved to have got both, but yeah, so I got him to sign my Book of the Dead. Now, for whatever reason, he did put a quote on it. He did originally say he wasn't going to put quotes on anything, but he did actually write a quote on mine, and he wrote, "Burn this, Ash," on mine. But yeah, I treasure this. I don't think I'll ever be able to meet Bruce Campbell again, but if I am ever able to meet him, obviously I will get him to personalise something. But yeah, love this. So I'm just going to set that on the floor so it doesn't get damaged again. I did go for the Indiegogo of Suspiria, and luckily enough I was one of the 100 people that got the signed Dario Argento. I did think it was strange that it came in biro pen, but I'm glad just to have it. I know a lot of people had problems with their steelbooks arriving damaged. Luckily mine's didn't, and I think it's absolutely stunning. Set that down as well so it doesn't get damaged. Here's my books. So I still need to read this. At the moment I'm actually reading Carrie, Stephen King's Carrie. Flying through it. I forgot how good that book was, but I will read this. I think what's put me off is that it's a hardback and I like to carry them back and forward to work. But yeah, I've read the other Bruce Campbell ones, and yeah, I picked up Signed here. And at the time, again, because we were in the front row, we luckily got the opportunity to pick up the signed copy of his first book as well. So this is hilarious. So if you haven't had a chance to read If Chance Could Kill, get yourself a copy of this. He's a really good writer, really funny, and it's basically just taking the mickey out himself. And that's the only signed books I have. The rest are movies. So this is signed. So this is one of my favourite Arrow video releases, and one of my favourite movies, which is by, sorry, almost stood on my own books, by, I always do this, sorry, names go right out my head, by Jack Hill is what I was trying to say. Very lucky, got to meet Sid Haig a couple of years ago. Was it last year at Sheffield? And he signed this. And sorry, Claire. And I also got Graham Humphreys, who's the artist that designed this cover, to sign down the side. I think Graham Humphreys is a really talented artist. But yeah, I got Sid Haig to sign here and Graham Humphreys to sign here. But yeah, if you've never seen Spider Baby, I do recommend that you watch this film. And I'm going to warn you right now, there is a lot of Carolyn Monroe stuff signed here. I think by now, if you know me and you're on our Facebook page or Twitter or watch my YouTube channel, you know I love her, and there's going to be a lot of stuff signed by her. But yes, this is the first thing. So this is the last horror film from 88 Films, and she's put lots of love, Mandy, Carolyn Monroe. Had to get this signed by her. And this one's Lamberto Bava, and it's Blade in the Dark. So this is the Italian collection. 88 Films again. and it's hard to see because it's in silver, but there we are, Lamberto Bava. I'm not a massive fan of steelbooks being signed. I think I've always been, I know people do get them signed, but I don't know, I've seen them smudge, and I don't know what it is. I think steelbooks are really pretty, and I always sort of think, where would you sign on a steelbook? Also, like, media is always constantly changing, and I'm always thinking, well, what if I upgrade? At least if I didn't hang on to a DVD or a Blu-ray, I could always take the sleeve out. And that's always my theory, so like I could take the sleeve out and keep it. You can't really take a sleeve out of a steelbook, excuse me. So that's the reason why I don't get steelbooks signed, but that's just my personal preference, so you're not going to see any steelbooks in this. But yeah, Lamberto Bava. Put that down. Another Caroline Munro. Just down here, it's in black pen. Now, I am going to the For the Love of the 80s this year, and my plan, hopefully if it goes to plan, is to get David Hasselhoff, who's in this movie, to sign somewhere on here. That is a plan, and fingers crossed it goes according to plan then, because that would just be amazing to have the Hoff sign this as well. I think he is quite expensive, but you can kind of understand why the Hoff signature is expensive. Another Caroline Munro. So I'm warning you before we get into this that there's a lot of Caroline Munro, but you can understand why. The woman is amazing, she's very talented, and she's one of the nicest people that I've ever met. If you've never met her, just watch the interviews that she's done, not just mine, like any interview that she's ever done. I've done an interview with her on the Geek Legion of Doom's channel as well. She's just lovely. But yeah, there we are, Caroline Munro's again. Slaughter High, love this film. I keep waiting for it to get a Blu-ray release, but even if it doesn't get a Blu-ray release, I love this one from Arrow Video. The late great Margot Kidder signed my Arrow Video release of Sisters. I really enjoy this movie. I think it is a classic release. When we met her, she actually said that she kind of co-wrote this with Brian De Palma, and she got absolutely no credit for it. But I really liked her. I liked that she just opened her mouth and said what she thought. I thought this was a fantastic movie, and she's fantastic in it. Yeah, and there's our autograph at the top. I'm so glad that I got to meet her. She said this is her Scream Queen era, when obviously she starred in Black Christmas, Amityville, and this. But yes, I'm very, very happy that I got to meet her. I think that she was an extremely talented woman, and she's missed. Inferno, signed by Dario Argento. I actually bought this because he wasn't at Sheffield, and I got this off a gentleman that got to meet him at another convention. Fingers crossed that one day I will get to meet him. Excuse me. Basically, I'm sniffing away because I have cats, and I shouldn't because I'm allergic to cats, but my nose seems to adapt to them the longer I keep them. And we have a new cat at the moment that we've had to take one off my mother-in-law. He's not getting along with our ones very well. No, you don't want to hear this. But he set my nose off, so if I'm sniffing and have to get a tissue, I do apologise. Here's the other item that we got signed by Bruce Campbell, Maniac Cop. This is one of the slipcase editions from Arrow Video. But he's just put Jack, which is his character, Bruce Campbell. I absolutely love Maniac Cop. I keep meaning to pick up Maniac Cop 2 and 3, which was released, I want to say by Grindhouse, but I might have that wrong. But yeah, love this edition. Again, glad we got that signed. Now there is a sticker with both these names on it, not for David Hess, but for Giovanni Lombard Radis, because I keep saying the name wrong. I didn't meet these two guys. I did buy this because obviously David Hess has passed away again, another great actor which had passed away. I bought this from Strange Vice, and what had happened was they knew a guy who had basically spent years travelling to millions of conventions to meet all of these great actors, and he decided to sell his collection. They knew him very well, and they knew he was reputable, and they bought his whole collection off him, so I believe these are genuine, and that's the reason why I bought this. Plus, as I said, the amazing David Hess is no longer with us. I was never going to get the opportunity to meet him, and that's the reason why I bought it. So yes, there's the autographs there. So David Hess and Giovanni Lombard Radis. I'm probably saying that wrong. But yes, I left the sticker on because I cannot say his name. So there it's there. Yeah, and I believe that's genuine because I don't think they would sell something that's not genuine. And I have yet to watch this movie, but Slime, and it's signed by the director. This is just a low budget film. Trying to think of another way to describe it. Yeah, it's just a low budget film which the director has signed. It just looked interesting to me, and that's why the director had signed it. But yeah, I still need to watch it. This was an Indiegogo that I took part in, Bone Hill Road. I did a review of this because I actually really enjoyed it. It's signed by a whole load of the cast, and it's actually got Linnea Quigley's autograph up here. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed this film. Another Caroline Munro. This is her documentary, The First Lady of Fantasy. I loved this. I found it loads of interesting facts about her, so I think if you go to any conventions and she has this, I would recommend picking it up, especially if you're a big fan of her like me. Now let's see if I can get his name correct. Kevin Van Henderink. Always get it wrong. Actor from Basket Case. He is an absolute genuine lovely guy. Couldn't meet a nicer person, but he was selling these again at Edinburgh Horror Con, sore subject, but I had a fantastic time there, met some really nice people like him. He was selling this here. He had a few movies which he'd starred in. This was hilarious. It's called The Catskill Chainsaw Redemption, and it's basically kind of a spoof of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and basically he goes to kill some teenagers, and his chainsaw runs out of petrol, and he goes on a mission to try and find some petrol to get back to kill these teenagers. And it's his journey to find petrol and get back to the teenagers. I found it hilarious. It's a very short film, as you can see. It's kind of it's just a, I don't want to say it's a bootleg because it's obviously just like the guy's made the movie himself, so it's not a bootleg. He's just made it himself and then burned it onto a disc. But yeah, Kevin signed it, and then he's put like to Mandy on there. Always keep the chainsaw sharp, he's put on it. But yeah, I think if you meet Kevin at anything and he's got this, I would recommend picking it up because it is very funny. It's not long, it's only 15 minutes long, but it is really funny. I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's signed by Kevin. And then Hectic Knife again. It is signed by Greg, but it's signed by someone else as well, and I'm not sure who the other person is that signed it. It's maybe Peter, who co-wrote it. I should really ask Greg who else signed it. But yeah, it's got two signatures on it. Again, as I said to you, Hectic Knife, very, very funny. If you're a fan of trauma, contact Greg. He's on our Facebook page. Ask him for a copy of this. I'll buy a copy of it. Just don't say I want one for free. Support him. Really funny film. Recommend picking it up. But yeah, it's signed by Greg down there. Small Woman in Grey. This is a low budget film. It is actually Andrew's first movie. It gets a lot of bad press, but you know something, I actually quite enjoyed this movie. It's not, the effects in it aren't fantastic, but the storyline I actually really enjoyed it. And I think what I like about this movie is that it does something different with who survives in it. A lot of movies have final girls, and what this does is it has final boys. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I actually quite enjoyed this for a first time movie director and writer, and I thought it tried something different. But yes, it's signed by Andrew here, the director, and yeah, I enjoy supporting people that are up and coming and trying something different. So yeah, I supported Andrew with this one. Like these ones are Claire's. Claire's a big James Bond fan, so she actually got this one signed by Caroline again, and she just got it signed by Valerie Leon when we met her at Glasgow Film and Comic Con. So this is The Spy Who Loves Me, and Claire's basically decided, because she's got a massive James Bond DVD box set, she says she's never really going to bother to update that to Blu-ray because she loves this DVD box set. And she's just decided that every time she meets a Bond girl, she's going to get them to sign it. So yeah, that's why she's got Caroline and Valerie. And she also at Film and Comic Con got to meet Janine Andrews and got her to sign this one, so Octopussy. So yeah, every time we get to meet one of them, we'll just get them to autograph her James Bond DVDs. I think I should do a new DVD pile, starting to wobble. Another Caroline Munro, Faceless. This is a hard movie to get a hold of, and I don't know why. It's a Jess Franco film, so he's obviously a popular director. Mouth's getting dry, too much talking. Popular director, but it's a hard film to find. It's an excellent movie, so I do recommend it if you can find it in English, like this one is. This is actually a Dutch DVD, but it plays in English. Pick yourself up a copy of it because it's really, really good. Caroline said the scenes that she did in this were actually very hard to film, like she found them difficult to do, but she still enjoyed the experience of making this movie. Yeah, but I do recommend getting yourself a copy. There's where she signed it there. Oh, sorry about the glare. It is in a sleeve. The reason why I got her to sign this is because I don't know if this will ever actually get another release. That's where I got to sign the DVD. But yeah, I absolutely love this film. And then 2 seconds. I'm opening this one up because the signature's on the inside and the outside. So I just picked this one up recently. I bought it online because I don't think I'll ever get to meet these actors. And it is genuine because the guy online had photos of them with the actors. So on the outside, and I'm a massive fan of this movie, is Michael Palin. Or Palin. And then on the inside, there is Mike Edmonds and Martin Carroll. That's the reason why I took the disc out, because they're inside and outside. I don't know why they're like that, but they are inside and outside. I love the movie Time Bandits. I think it's a masterpiece of a film. One of my favourite movies of all time. Hold on, I'm just going to try and put this back together without dropping everything. I usually do this afterwards, but because the disc is going back and I'm just going to put it back together now. I've actually got the Blu-ray of this, but when I seen this on bids and it was so cheap, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get it because I don't think I'm ever going to have the opportunity to find a Terry Gilliam movie signed by these people at that price ever again. And as I said, I love the film, so I just went for it. And then I've got 31, hope you can see with the glare, which is actually signed by Rob Zombie. And then this year I got to meet, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Am I going to, no, it's gone. Richard Brake. That sneeze will probably come back with a vengeance later. Richard Brake, who plays Doomhead. Again, Edinburgh Film and Comic Con, sore subject. Who plays Doomhead. And he signed up here. So this is from Indiegogo, or was it a Kickstarter? I didn't take part in it, but I know this is what it's signed from, so I managed, luckily, to pick this up like later on. And I know it's really hard to get a Rob Zombie signed thing, so I was very lucky to manage to pick this up. Now it is Region 1, which obviously I can't play, but I don't care because I have it signed by him. I love Rob Zombie, and that's all that matters. Probably will get a Region 8 at some point, or something that plays it, but I just wanted Rob Zombie's autograph. So, Rob Zombie. I actually won this in a Geek Legion of Doom. I think it was a competition for how many subscribers that you had. And I'm a Masters of the Universe He-Man fan, and this is the reason why I picked this. I don't know if the director's actually done anything else. It's Daniel Benedict. I really enjoyed it. I actually thought it was really good. And it's Fall of Grayskull. It was his own take on He-Man. It's signed by the director up... Oh, sorry, glare. Up there. I have tried to find other things by him, but I couldn't see anything. But you know something, I actually really enjoyed this. I thought it was really good. I'm glad this is the movie that I picked from Geek Legion of Doom. But yeah, really enjoyed it. So yeah, Daniel, if you ever watch this, I don't know why you would. But if you ever watch this, please get in contact. I'd like to see some other stuff by you. And then The Barn from an Indiegogo project, signed by a whole load of people. I think the most, like the main two are probably Linnea Quigley again, and then Artie Lehman, who is Jason 1. But it's signed by a whole load of the cast on there. And then another two Indiegogo projects here. She Kills, which is signed there, I think it's by the director. And then House Shark, which is signed by a whole load of the cast on the front, and then one on the back. And then the last thing, oh, almost dropped it. Carla Monroe again, signed the Golden Voyage of Sinbad, and this is the Powerhouse release, so it's out of the box set, but I couldn't resist getting her to sign Golden Voyage of Sinbad. Let's face it, master of a film, Ray Harryhausen, masterpiece. Well, it's Gordon Hustler, but Ray Harryhausen obviously did the effects in this movie, plus it's an amazing release. I will pause here because I'm going to show you one figure which is signed up the stairs. Now it's on a shelf really high, and that's the reason why I didn't bring it down, which is signed. And I'm going to show you a piece of art which is on my wall over there, which is signed. And I think that's everything I'll do in this video. I don't think there's anything else that I can think of. Look at my brain thinking. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I can show. Oh no, the posters, I was going to show you them up the stairs. I do have an Asia Argento autograph, but I think considering everything that's going on just now, I'll leave that out of the video. But yeah, I think that's everything else that I can think of for part 2. But I'll just pause just now and then I'll show you those other things. Okay, so this is a piece of artwork that I wanted to show you. This is Hellblazer, John Constantine. I was very lucky, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago, to meet the artist Will Simpson, who does the graphic novels for that. He does quite a few graphic novels. He's done Conan, obviously Hellblazer, and he did this sketch, and he literally did this sketch in like 5-10 minutes of Constantine, and he signed it at the bottom there. He did sign a couple of prints for us of Conan as well, but they're in an art folder, which I might show you in another, obviously, autograph pickup. But yeah, this one's on our wall. Claire absolutely loves this if I can get out. That's the reason why it's on our wall. And you can see his autograph down the bottom there. I am really sorry that there's so much glare, it's because it's in a frame. But yep, just thought I would show you this one. Again, going to pause, run up the stairs and show you the other ones. Okay, hopefully you can see this because I'm really short. But hold on, I'll move this out your way. Way up here is a Chatter figure signed by Nicholas Berman Vince. Just here. I'm really short, so it's hard for you to see it, but hopefully you can see it signed by him just there. Obviously I've got another Chatter figure right behind him, but in the box there is one signed by him. But that's the reason why I couldn't get it down, because I can't reach it to get it down for you. But yeah, just signed by him in that box. I'll just put this up here if I can reach. I don't know why I chose to put these things up so high, but I did. Just going to pause again. Okay, so hopefully the glare's not too bad in here. I have tried my best to block out the light to do this. So this is my 9 Inch Nails poster that I was telling you about. So the story with this one was when we were at the 9 Inch Nails gig, the opening act was playing, and I really didn't like the opening act. So basically when Claire and Alison and Alison's husband Alex were watching the opening act, I said, look, I don't like them, so I'm going to go out and see what's at the stall, see what t-shirts and posters and things I've got. So I went out to have a look at that, and as I was standing there, they brought out 3 posters that were signed, and I was like, there was only me and one other guy standing there, and they hand over these 3 posters, and that guy took 2. I was like, greedy bugger. And the other poster got handed to me. I kind of wish that they'd handed the 2 to me, because then obviously I would have gave Alison one. But unfortunately the greedy, I want to swear, greedy bugger, but I'll leave it as bugger, took one. Although bugger kind of is swearing, isn't it? But yeah, greedy monster took one and I got this one, but I'm lucky enough to have got this one. But you can see all of their signatures there. There's Trent Reznor's. But yeah, I was like, I came running back and I said to Claire, oh my god, like, I've just been handed a signed 9 Inch Nails poster. And yeah, I was obviously very, very happy to have been handed this. And it was proudly displayed in my bedroom. And then next to it, and I think there's a bit more glare in this one, is my signed Misfits poster. And again, I was extremely lucky. Went up to the stand to see what merchandise they had, and they had a few signed posters sitting there, and literally I bought one, and that's they had more than just one. It just happened to be that I was standing there when they'd a lot more than 3, like the 9 Inch Nails one. They did have a few, and luckily I got one. It wasn't actually the Devil's Reign tour one we were at, but they obviously had a few posters of like different tours there, and I got this one. So there we are. So that's my 2 signed gig posters. We do have another poster at the side there that I was really lucky to get, the Silent Hill live one, but it's not signed. But when we went to see Silent Hill live at Glasgow, they had 1 poster and I got it. And Claire was like, how do you do this? Every time we go somewhere, like, you get like the 1 poster or the 1 thing that's signed. But I literally like ran in and went to the merchandise stall and I got the only one that was there. Oh, actually I do have one other, well, two is it one? One other thing signed in here, so hold on, I'll just pause and I'll turn around and show you what it is. I almost forgot about these. It's Rick Melton, so I've got these here, which I think Rick Melton's a fantastic actor, fantastic artist is what I was going to say. So this is my Rick Melton Maniac Cop. He used to do a lot of stuff for Arrow, but he doesn't do them anymore. But yeah, that's signed by Rick just there. And if I move over to, this is a Beyond that he's done. It's signed by Rick. Sorry about the glare. Just there. I almost forgot that I had these. I actually do have some other Rick Melton stuff, which is in an art folder downstairs. Obviously not on the wall. These are the only 2 that are on the wall. I used to have, if you've seen what's on my wall ones, I used to have a lot more of Rick Melton stuff on the staircase, but when we decorated I took them down and put them in an art folder. And these were the only 2 that I kept on the wall. I moved them into the bedroom, but it's only because we decorated. I put everything else in the folder. But yeah, that's everything that I can think of that's on the wall that's signed. Okay, just gonna pause. Okay, thanks for waiting whilst I ran up the stairs and got the other things that were on the wall. What I decided to do is I've got a folder here that doesn't have very many autographs in it. This is basically like a folder of autographs in the works. So I decided right at the end of this, and I know it's been a long video, but I might as well because there really isn't very much in it. Just quickly add these in. Now these are just mainly TV shows that we're fans of, that we've kind of, every time we meet a character from them, we just kind of get their autographs. So I'll very, very quickly just add them in, so hopefully you can hear me when I stick the folder up. But James Masders, who plays Spike from Buffy, he was lovely. Met him a few years ago at Glasgow Film and Comic Con. This is, Claire got this one, so it's the Claire Bite Me. And then we got to meet Armin Sherman, and I'm probably going to say half their names wrong. I'm really sorry. I'm terrible at pronouncing people's names. Again, Claire got this. I think most of these were to Claire actually. Again, lovely, lovely, lovely man. Hopefully I'll open these the right way. Well, the last one's to me. This is the character that played Amanda in Buffy. The actress that played Amanda, the character in Buffy. Sarah Margaret Hagen. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Again, she was really lovely. We got to meet all of these mainly at Glasgow Film and Comic Con. I think Claire got to meet Amber Benson at Forbidden Planet actually. I can't remember if it was in Aberdeen or Glasgow, but I never got to meet her. Claire did, and she's got 2 autographs from her. She said she was really nice, and also, you know from previous videos that I got to volunteer and work next to Richard Brake, and he's just put to Mandy, thank you, you're the best. I loved Richard Brake. I loved being able to volunteer and work next to him. He was such a nice guy. And then this year at Glasgow Film and Comic Con, I got to meet the stunt worker who also plays the Night King, Vladimir Furdik. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. As I said, I'm really rubbish at pronouncing names. I really love the TV show Game of Thrones. I nearly said it wrong. And I thought if we've met one Night's King, I might as well meet the other Night's King. So I did. Am I going the right way? Yep. And then I got to meet Clive Russell as well. I love Game of Thrones, but I also really love Outlander, so that's the reason I went to meet Clive Russell. I actually couldn't decide whether I wanted a Outlander or Game of Thrones, but the pictures were better for Game of Thrones than they were for Outlander forums, so that's the reason why I got this. And then I got a Keisha Castle Hughes autograph. Now, she was really quiet and that's why I went up to meet her, but she was actually really loved to chat to as well. There has been other Game of Thrones actors that we didn't go to meet, mainly because of money and also because they were quite busy, but these were the ones that were quiet that we were able to get up and chat to. Rusty Geoff, I think. He's not a TV show character, but I've put him in this folder because I ran out of room in the other one. But let's face it, if you can meet an actor which has been in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you kind of have to. But yeah, so I did. And again, he was lovely. He was such a nice guy. So got him here. And oh, sorry, can't get it open. This one here is, and I know this is always a sore subject with people, but this is the leaflet from Edinburgh HorrorCon, but I did manage to get it signed by a few people. So it's got Kevin Van Hendertink, and I always say his surname wrong, I'm so sorry, G. Tom Mack, and Matthew Lillard signed, all three of them signed on here. And then the last one in this folder, I did tell you it's a wee short folder, is just Greg DeLisso again, so on here for Hectic Knife. So this is a folder in the making, so that's the reason why I included it in here, that it's not got very many people in it, so I figured I might as well just put it on to the end of this. There's not very many folk in it, so I figured might as well rather than taking up a little video with just this folder on its own. But one day this will be full, because I like buying autographs and filling folders full of autographs. But yes, hopefully you've enjoyed my autograph collection video part 2, sorry. And look forward to the autograph collection part 3. And as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and take care.